Good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Spring 2024 Commencement and Hooding Ceremony of the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. Before we begin, please take a moment to turn off or silence your cell phones. Would you now please stand for the playing of the national anthem, sung by our own Ashley Kirkland, who will be accompanied by her husband, Jonathan Kirkland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ashley and Jonathan. Please be seated. Welcome to this momentous occasion, an event that acknowledges and celebrates several years of very hard work by the 105 graduating students who are here today to receive their academic hoods, having completed the requirements of the Juris Doctor degree. Today's graduates also include 2 students who are completing the requirements of the dual JD MBA degree. Additionally, there are 10 students receiving certificates in advocacy, 6 receiving certificate in business law, 5 receiving certificates in health law, and 9 receiving certificates in tax law. Everyone assembled here knows exactly how challenging this academic program was. We have much to celebrate. However, today is also a bittersweet occasion for all of us, as one degree will be awarded posthumously to Sergeant Matthew G. McGee. Matt was a beloved member of the law school community, on track to join his classmates walking across the stage today. Sadly for all of us, Matt passed away last summer. His family is with us today and will accept his posthumous degree at the end of our hooding ceremony later this afternoon. Let's observe a moment of silence in honor of Sergeant Matthew G. McGee. I would like to acknowledge today's platform party, including Judge Andre Mathis, who will be our commencement speaker, Associate Dean Jody Wilson, who will assist with hooding, Professor Ralph Brazier, Professor of the Year, who will also assist with hooding, the President of the Law School's Student Bar Association, Hannah Scruggs, and the Vice President of the Student Bar Association, Rajane Jones. They are also joined by the class speaker, Tariq Terry. I would also like to recognize Assistant Dean for Admissions, Recruiting, and Scholarships, Dr. Sue Ann McClellan, and Assistant Dean for Access and Multicultural Affairs, Jackie O'Brien, who are serving as marshals at today's ceremony. We appreciate their participation in today's commencement ceremony. Many members of our distinguished law faculty are also here to celebrate this milestone in the lives and careers of their students. I would like to recognize them now. I'll ask each faculty member to stand when I call your name and to remain standing until all faculty members have been introduced. Professor Linda Black, Professor Ralph Brazier, Professor Jenny Brobst, Professor Karina Fung, Professor Deshaun Harris, Professor Regina Hillman, Professor D.R. Jones, Professor Carrie Curley, Professor Daniel Keel, Professor Bill Kratzky, Professor Barbara Krachevsky, Professor Danny Shafson, Professor Jim Strickland, Professor Anna Vescovo, and Associate Dean Jody Wilson. Our talented faculty have worked hard to help our graduates reach their goals. In addition to providing teaching excellence, they also contribute groundbreaking scholarship and immeasurable service to our legal community. I'm pleased now to present 2 faculty awards to acknowledge some of those contributions. The Ferris Babango Faculty Scholarship Award was established in 2011 through the generosity of Ferris Babango PLC to honor outstanding faculty scholarship. This year's winner of the Ferris Babango Faculty Scholarship Award is Professor Daniel H. Keel for his book, The Transition: Interpreting Justice from Thurgood Marshall to Clarence Thomas. Congratulations to Professor Keel. Established in 2019, the MLK 50 Faculty Service Award honors a faculty member who has demonstrated outstanding service to the University of Memphis, the law school, the Memphis legal community, or the broader national academic and legal communities. This year's winner of the MLK 50 Faculty Service Award is Professor William P. Kratzky for his service in establishing and coordinating the law school's volunteer income tax assistance program.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Professor Kratzky, and thank you for your 44 years of dedicated service to Memphis law. You will be greatly missed, but we all wish you well in your retirement. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce Hannah Scruggs, President of the Student Bar Association, and Rajane Jones, Vice President of the Student Bar Association, who will introduce the recipients of the Professor and Adjunct of the Year awards.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hannah Scruggs, and I'm the Student Bar Association President for the class of 2024. Each year, the law school's graduating class votes to recognize a Professor of the Year and an Adjunct Professor of the Year. It's my honor to announce the class of 2024's Professor of the Year. This professor is well known and loved by all for his particular enthusiasm for property law, decedents' estates, elder law, and more. He's used his musical talents to compose encouraging songs for us students, and his hilarious sense of humor makes for the most entertaining classes. Would you please help me welcome this year's Professor of the Year, Ralph C. Brazier.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rajanae Jones, and I'm the outgoing Vice President for the Student Bar Association. My task on today is to announce the recipient of this year's Adjunct Professor of the Year Award. Our adjunct professors are a vital asset in our Memphis law community because they help us to learn about niche areas of the law, typically the areas of law in which they practice. This professor has his niche in all things land use law, and every fall semester he graces us with his presence and teaches us all things land use law in the most energetic and, might I add, unique way. So without further ado, I'm honored to announce that this year's recipient of the Adjunct Professor of the Year Award goes to none other than Professor Josh Whitehead.
I just sent you.
Thank you, Hannah and Rajanae, and congratulations to Professor Brazier and Mr. Whitehead. We are so pleased to have with us today the Honorable Andre Mathis as graduation speaker. Judge Mathis is both a pioneer and a giant in the legal profession in the Memphis community. He currently serves as a circuit judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit. We are proud to call Judge Mathis one of our own. He is a native Memphian and a two-time Tiger, having earned his BA degree from the University of Memphis and his JD degree from the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. Prior to serving as a United States Circuit Court judge, Judge Mathis was a partner in the Memphis office of the law firm Butler Snow, LLP, and a member at the Memphis law firm Glankler Brown, PLLC. Judge Mathis practiced in the areas of commercial litigation, government litigation, education law, employment law, tort litigation, and criminal defense. He represented numerous indigent criminal defendants through his work as a member of the Criminal Justice Act panel for the Western District of Tennessee and his pro bono litigation with the Tennessee Innocence Project. Judge Mathis is deeply involved in his Memphis community. He has devoted a significant amount of time to organizations that support low-income youth, serving as a board member for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Memphis, which he attended as a child, and Streets Ministries. Judge Mathis has also done extensive mentoring work with the University of Memphis law students. He coaches the school's Thurgood Marshall Moot Court team and developed a mentoring and networking program at the law school in coordination with the Ben F. Jones chapter of the National Bar Association. Judge Mathis is a member of several national and local bar associations. He served as president of the Ben F. Jones chapter of the National Bar Association in 2011 and served on the board of directors for the Memphis Bar Association from 2014 to 2016. Please welcome Judge Andre Mathis.
Thank you, Dean Shafton, and thank you for your service to the law school. to the other dignitaries that are sitting up here with me, to the class of 2024. Thank you for selecting me as your commencement speaker. And because you have selected me, I'm going to start off by talking about me. I'm so very honored and humbled to give this address to my alma mater. I graduated from this law school in 2007, and what I learned and experienced at this law school guided me through 15 years of law practice, where I spent a lot of time working with a lot of great Memphis attorneys. And it ultimately led to the President of the United States nominating and appointing me to serve as a judge on the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, I still remember my law school graduation, walking across the stage, shaking the dean's hand, and being handed something that did not contain my law degree. But what I don't remember much about is the commencement speaker. So as I was getting, or anything that the commencement speaker said, so as I was getting ready for today, I even pulled out the program for my graduation to see who the commencement speaker was, and it was Bill Halton. I'm like, oh yeah, Bill Halton. Still couldn't remember anything he said. I say all that to say I'm going to be brief today because y'all aren't going to listen to me anyway. And so to the graduates, I'm going to look in your general direction as if I'm speaking to you, but I'm really speaking to your friends and family who are here with you today so that they can tell you what I said once you've come down from the high of graduating from law school. So let me just leave you with a few points. First point, whatever your story has been up to this point, you get to write a completely different story going forward. If you look around your class, all of you are wearing the same thing, a black graduation gown. Because as you all sit here, you're all in the same position. You have a clean slate to write on. In a few months, you'll take the bar, you'll pass the bar, and you'll start practicing law. And you get to decide where your career will take you. And that's going to be based on the effort that you give, the hard work that you present, your relationships, the connections that you make, and your commitment to the practice of law. You get to decide where your career will take you. And what you've done in law school, good or bad, can't stop you from where it is that you want to go. Remember, I was in your shoes. After I graduated, I passed the bar and I started practicing law. And no one was talking about law school GPAs or the extracurricular activities that I was involved in. As a lawyer, I've argued hundreds of motions. I tried dozens of cases, and now I'm a judge where I hear attorneys argue. And I can tell you what I've never heard in court. I never heard, Your Honor, my opponent makes some really good points, but did you know that in law school her GPA was only 2.5? Never heard that. Or ladies and gentlemen of the jury, yes, my client ran the red light and hit the plaintiff's car. But did you know that my opposing counsel was not on law review? It's all about what you do from this moment forward. Look, some of you already have jobs lined up, and some of you are still looking for jobs, and you'll eventually have a job. When you get your shot, take it. Write the story that you have in your mind right now, the story that drew you to spend 3 years in law school learning how to become a lawyer. Second point, always have a goal in mind. Well, I can tell you from experience, having been a litigator, it's important to have a North Star, a guiding principle in mind, the goal that you want to achieve. The practice of law isn't all fun and games. There are a lot of negatives that come your way. And many of the communications that come your way are not going to be positive. Clients call you because something is going wrong and they want you to fix it. Opposing attorneys are calling you because they think that your client did something wrong and they want you to fix it. It's rare that someone's just going to call you and say, hey, you know, you're doing a great job, you're a great person, just call to say that, goodbye. It's very rare that you're going to get those type of calls. Maybe in transactional law, I never did transactional law. Maybe in transactional law it's different because they're trying to make a deal. But litigation is this super competitive aspect where there's a lot of negativity. So having a goal at the forefront of your mind helps to allay the negativity that comes your way. And like the great philosopher Denzel Washington said in the movie Equalizer, when you pray for rain, you have to deal with the mud too. Meaning you get the good things that you come, but there are some negatives that come with it also. Now that doesn't mean that your goal doesn't change over time. It probably will. But the goal allows you to maintain a perspective on why you go through the negatives. Look, one of my early goals was really straightforward. All I wanted to do was be the best trial lawyer that ever existed. That's it. And then I tried a case, I got a good result, but I realized I probably wasn't cut out to be the best trial lawyer ever. Third point, find a way to give back and positively impact the legal community. And that can be by taking pro bono cases, getting involved with bar associations, or mentoring law students or less experienced attorneys. And it could be just by going over and beyond for the clients that have paid you. I remember a particular client, in particular, a young lady who was attending Rose College, and she got accused of committing a crime. And she didn't do it, but the way it works is once you are charged with the crime, you have to go and, turn yourself in for booking and processing. And so I could tell that she was completely frightened. So I went with her, and I think she was a physics major at the time or something along those lines, but I went with her to the jail to help her turn herself in. And then there was an issue with her getting out of jail. Something was wrong with the computer system or something along those lines. So I stayed up, talking to the jail up to 12 o'clock at night trying to get her out of jail. Eventually, we were able to get the charge dismissed, but that had an impact on her. She actually decided because of the justice system, the system thing that she went through, that she now wanted to be a lawyer. And once she got in law school, she actually reached out to me and she said, I now realize that you didn't have to take me to the jail. That wasn't part of what I retained you to do. You didn't have to stay up that night trying to call the jail, trying to figure out how to get me out of jail. That was not what I retained you to do. But it had such an impact on her. And it had an impact on me that, because of whatever experience she went through, we now have an additional attorney. And so this is my final point. Take Memphis with you. Some of you are from Memphis. Some of you just came to Memphis for law school. Some will go away to practice. Some will stay here. No matter your situation, keep a little bit of Memphis with you. Now, people will say good things and bad things about Memphis, but for me, Memphis is the best city in the world. So much so that I never had any intentions and still don't have any intentions of leaving. I applied to one undergraduate school. It was the University of Memphis. I applied to one law school. It was this law school. So this city is, for all its warts, it's a place where if you work hard enough, and we're known as the grit and grind city, if you work hard enough, you can achieve your goals. You always hear the saying that the grass is greener on the other side. Well, there's another saying that I like even more. The grass is greener where you plant it. So wherever you go, whether it's here or someone else, plant the grass around you and make things great for you and make things great for your community. Congratulations to you, class of 2024. I know you'll do great things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge Mathis, for your inspirational and personal words. To memorialize this occasion, I would like to present you with a small gift on behalf of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law, and especially from the graduating class.
Sorry, you don't want to break it.
Before conferring degrees upon today's graduates, I want to take a few minutes to reflect on the class of 2024. 3 years ago, you arrived at the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law when the world was in chaos. We had endured a year locked down, and Shelby County had just reinstated its mask mandate. But like you, we were determined to do our best. You arrived committed to doing the hard work to join a profession that would enable you to advocate for others and effect positive change. You likely realized quickly just how much effort was required to meet the high standards of your professors. You learned what every law student figures out fairly early on, that legal methods is no joke. The Memphis Law faculty challenged you for better research, deeper analysis, and exacting writing. We have worked very hard to prepare you for the unforgiving demands of your clients, judges, and partners. We have endeavored to teach and model the professionalism we are confident you will exercise in your practice. When I announced last August that I would be stepping down as dean at the end of the year, I did so knowing that I'd be commencing my next chapter alongside the class of 2024. I had the pleasure of teaching many of you in the classroom and getting to know you better than any other class in my 6 years as dean. This year proved to be a challenging one for all of us. But as I told you in orientation, it is in the struggle that the learning happens. We've made it, and we're all better for it. I am proud of your resilience, your accountability, your grace, your professionalism, your fortitude, your voice, and your growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to report that these students have satisfied the very high standards the School of Law has set for them. The fact that they are graduating today is proof not only of their high aptitude, but also of their hard work, their perseverance, their resilience, and their commitment to improving society. It is evidence of their ability and fitness to fulfill the heavy obligations that the legal profession places on its members, and of their capacity to serve their clients, their communities, and the public with honor and distinction. Members of the class of 2024, congratulations. These graduates here have made great sacrifices to arrive at this day, but they did not do so alone. Their families and friends, parents, partners, grandparents, children, siblings, loved ones, and friends have provided material, moral, and emotional support throughout their years in law school. On behalf of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law and the University of Memphis, I would like to express our deep gratitude to all the families and friends of our soon-to-be graduates, those who could be with us today and those who could not. They have much to be proud of. To the class of 2024, you have gained tremendous knowledge and developed the skills necessary to serve the legal community and society at large. You are now empowered to live out the dreams that drew you to law school originally. You hold the tools necessary to serve those in society who seek your assistance to achieve justice. It is a tremendous responsibility, and I hope that it will always inspire you to give back to those who need your help. We are proud of you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. All of the graduates of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law at the University of Memphis, with the approval of the faculty of the School of Law, and upon the certification that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees as Dean of the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law, I am pleased to confer the Juris Doctor degree upon you and declare that you are now entitled to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. We take great pleasure in presenting you with the academic hood for the Juris Doctor degree as evidence of your accomplishment. Please be seated.
Welcome. My name's Ed Brundick. I am the 3-year president of your Law School Alumni Association and a proud graduate of the 2003 class of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. Will the first row of graduates please stand and come forward? Raven A. Adair. Andy Marie Atkins. Philip Anderson. Joe. Grayson Cho Andrews. Danielle R. Arnold. Renee Austin. Aaron Dean Babcock. Emily English Ball. Nicholas Scott Barnhart. Peyton Barrow. Barrow call. I need a stool. Mandy M. Barricall. Laney. Hannah Laney Booth. Gabriel Max Bromley. Penelope Madison Brooks. Joseph. Timothy Joseph Cambridge. Ratoria A. Chisholm, hooded by her sister Raven Chandler, class of 2020. Kathleen Spiked Coates. Olivia Marie Cox. Slayton Dunn Crowder. Sophia Marie Davis. Brent Elliott Derry. Jacob J. Deviney. Jesse Drake.
Way to go, Jesse.
Timothy James Dye. Alfred Dexter Dyson. Is it Reese? Reese. Reese Economides. Franklin G. Edrich. Zachary Edward Elam. He must have made the study guides. Ferris R. Elkiot. Jordan Taylor Faulkner. Logan B. Gaither. Savannah Grace Godbold. Ashley Nicole Gozakowski. Jacob Chandler Graham. Eric M. Gray. Christina Yvonne Guyton. Tyler J. Harris. Brandon M. Hendren. Best shoes. Allison L. Hitchcock. Alexis C. Hibner. Emily Claire Horvitz. James Franklin Hudspeth. Benjamin Brooks Hofstadler. Elizabeth Marie Hunt. Say the last name. Irache. Charles Lawrence Irache. Noor Iyad Jaber. Rajane Trinique Jones.
I got it.
Julian John Frederick Kelly. Stretch. There we go. Meredith Ashley Kirkland. Carson Rahid Klepsig. Bromance. Anna Isabel Lim. They're not discussing whether she passed her last class. Ravi Alexander Lipman. Haley Nicole Lovelace. Malcolm. Shelby Lauren Malcolm. Cooper Bays. McKenna M. McCartney. Kelsey L. McLean, hooded by her fiance, Matthew Gill, class of 2019. Alexia K. McDermott. Bridget Shay McEnroe. Justin Gregory Miller. Cecily Lynn Morris. Christina M. Mulliford. Brittany Renee Nelson. Samuel P. Norman. Thomas Aaron Norwood. Sean Patel. Priya Vikram Patel. Iaja Peoples. Kimberly E. Polk. Allison E. Porter. Derek F. Ransom. Emily M. Rausch. Hannah A. Robertson. Brock Woods Rowell. Annika Danielle Rush. Philip B. Rustin, hooded by his wife, Caitlin Jackson Rustin, class of 2022. Andrew Schmidt. Schwam. Maxwell Schwam. What's your dad's name? What's your dad's name? I know Marty. I used to live with Marty. I did. Hannah Faith Scruggs. Oddly, I used to live with her dad. Alexander K. Seaton. Anthony Ray Self. Wishful thinking. Samuel D. Seipert. Hooded by his grandfather, John W. Walton, class of 1975. Ashley Marie Singleton. Andrea Sarah Skrobich. Alton F. Smith. Abigail Elizabeth Snow, hooded by her mother, Donna Travis Snow, class of 1994.
I got it.
William Getzman Stevens. Jonathan Scott Swan. Kristen May Alcantara Talons. Madison Claire Taylor. Tariq Jovan Terry. Cody C. Tolbert. Micah Injara Trailer. Romeo D. Walker. Mary Claire Walters. Nicholas G. West. Oh, I got this.
Yep.
Kentavious Marquise Witt. Zachary Austin Williams. Brendan M. Woodruff. Say the first name again. Ramon M. Youssef. Matthew C. McGee, posthumously awarded by his mother, Leanne McGee. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had the pleasure of doing this for a number of years, and my mother always wanted to come see me do it. And sadly, she passed away about 6 months ago, and I wanted to acknowledge that my dad and my brother-in-law and my sister all took her place today to come watch.
Congratulations, graduates. You can now switch your tassel to the other side of your caps. Thank you to Mr. Brundick, who has been an enthusiastic, unflagging, and extremely effective advocate for our law school for many years. We are very grateful for his service and the support of the Law Alumni Chapter. The class of 2024 has selected Tariq Terry to address you all today. Please join me in welcoming your classmate, Tariq Terry, to the podium.
Thank you for selecting me as your class speaker. This is by far and away the coolest thing that I've ever done. Well, I'll be up here for a tight 5 minutes or so. I asked for 10 minutes, but Dean Aiden said no. It's the one time the school won't give out double time. Law school has been an outlandish and insane experience. I mean, we started 1L wearing masks. Well, most of us were wearing masks. Some of us were wearing chin diapers. And I can only imagine which one of you all was wearing your mask to cover your eyes when you crashed your car into the front of the law school. Seriously, I am irrevocably shaken from some of the cases, final exam fact patterns, and in-class hypotheticals, many of which were about death, sex, drugs, and alcohol. It's almost like the law professors have been hanging out with P. Diddy. I also want to congratulate the Moot Court Board on a successful year. Every year, Law Review and Moot Court play a kickball game. Law Review had a winning streak going, but this year, Moot Court was able to win. That's right, we play for this little trophy. It says Kickball Champions. It's a really great tradition. With Moot Court's win this year, they'll take home the trophy, which means there are officially no more trophies in the Law Review suite. I'm just glad we're graduating today. It means I'll no longer be forced to choose between participation points and using the restroom. If there's two things we learned in law school, you gotta know your audience and you gotta organize your writing. For the legal methods professors, use Creek. For Professor Gibson, do IRAC. But of course, if you're in Professor Smith's class, just ramble on and on and on. On the other hand, if you're in Professor Black's class, you should keep it brief. Conclusion, rules, analysis, conclusion. C-R-A-C. Crack. That's right. Contrary to popular belief, Black do crack. Professor Black taught me everything that I know about contracts. And to Section 11, before you zone out, here's something for your toolkit. A contract is a promise or set of promises for the breach of which the law gives a remedy. For some, that's a review, but for others, I know you're just hearing that for the first time. I wouldn't want to undertake this insane experience with any other group of people. This Memphis Law class of 2024 is extremely smart, intelligent, and talented, and we will go on to do great, amazing things in this world. When I stand in a room like this with the class of 2024, I know I am not the smartest person in the room. And to that I say, good. It brings up the old adage. If you're the smartest person in the room, you should probably leave. So with that, I'll give a nod and say, Kelsey McLean, if you need to go by any means. But I will be docking participation points. I do want to be sure to rattle off some thank yous. First, I want to thank Dean Shafson for her service as dean. And if you think Dean Shafson is leaving Memphis, you need to calm down and shake it off. After returning from sabbatical, Dean Shafson will rejoin the faculty, or as I like to call them, the Tortured Poets Department. Thank you to many of you who said 7 words that got me through law school. Just 7 words cures anxiety and helps pass final exams. We all know what those 7 words are. I don't need to say them, but I will. The 7 words that got me through law school are, I will send you Phil Rustin's outline. I want to thank Professor Gibson, who afforded me the opportunity to be his research assistant for 2 years. Professor Gibson will be leaving Memphis Law as well. He'll be going to Penn State Dickinson, but don't worry, I've already warned the students up there, don't take remedies. I want to thank Professor Keel, who also afforded me the opportunity to be his research assistant this past year. Professor Keel also gave me this stick and this Cowley Award in Education and Civil Rights. Speaking of education and civil rights, if you've ever sat through a meeting that could have been an email, imagine sitting through a class that could have been a book. The Transition, out now. Professor Keel gave me some great advice about this speech. He said, don't forget to recognize the moment. And this really is a monumental achievement for each and every person in this room. For me, my undergraduate constitutional law professor, during her office hours, looked at my work and said, you're not ready for law school. And in those moments, she was absolutely right. But I bet you I'm ready now. So, class of 2024, I just have 2 words, 2 motivational words, and those are dream big. I also want to say thank you, and I love you to Elizabeth Hunt, who is also graduating today. I would not have had nearly as enjoyable a law school career without her. They say love, as a word, is meaningless until someone comes around and gives meaning to it through their actions. And that's been Elizabeth for me. They also say the general rule is you can't put a price tag on love, with the exception being if you meet the love of your life at Memphis Law, in which case the price tag is about $137,000 plus a lifetime of interest. Lastly, I'd be remiss if on the eve of Mother's Day, I didn't also thank the but-for causes of me being here. My grandmother Mimi and my mom, both of whom are here today. They are my support and my inspiration. In fact, both my Mimi and my mom wanted to be lawyers at one point in their lives as well. But they sacrificed those ambitions and aspirations in favor of their families. My Mimi for my mom, uncle, and aunt, and my mom for me. In 2014, NBA superstar Kevin Durant won the NBA's Most Valuable Player Award. In his acceptance speech, he said that his mom, for all of her sacrifice, was the real MVP. I stand here today, having graduated law school, and I say to my Mimi and my mom, for all of their sacrifice, Mimi, Mom, you're the real JD. Class of 2024, thank you and dream big.
Thank you, Tariq. And now back to our graduates. This is your day. For most of you, except those of you continuing on to pursue LLMs and tax, this is the last day of your school life after 2 decades or more of schooling. This is truly a day of tremendous accomplishment, But all of us assembled here today, your teachers, family, and friends, know that many more even greater accomplishments are sure to follow. As we send you off, we want to remind you that your relationship with the law school and the university does not end today. You will be Memphis Tigers forever, and your accomplishments will bring honor to your law school and pride to our students, faculty, and alumni. Stay in touch. In turn, we'll stay in touch with you and do our best to help and guide you whenever we can throughout your careers. I would like to express my appreciation for some key members of our staff, in particular Assistant Dean Meredith Aden, who organized today's events. I also want to thank Carol Landers, Hope Mahan, Alanya Payne, Joanna Darden, Cheryl Edwards, and all of our student volunteers who assisted off stage in these commencement ceremonies. And thank you to the Bluff City String Quartet for the music they provided for today's ceremony. Please join me in giving all of our graduates another round of applause. I ask everyone to remain seated during our recessional as the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates exit. Thank you, and go Tigers.